Okay, so today I will be talking about pumpkin pie. I am very experienced in baking and preparing pumpkin pie, and I hope that with sharing my experience and knowledge, you will be able to bake your own freshly baked pumpkin pie. So to give you a little backstory on pumpkins and pumpkin pie, pumpkins were not originally cultivated in the United States. They originally found in Central America starting in 5500 BC. They were brought back from the New World to England, and there they were called pumpkins, and by the 1500s they were a big staple in England where they already made lots of pies, so that's always good. And the next thing is in 1621, when the Pilgrims and the Indians had their first celebration harvest feast, pumpkins were probably on the table, but not in the form of pie. They were typically made in bread, and people didn't really like them back then. By the 18th century, pumpkin pie had made its way to the table, and even in 1705, a small town in Connecticut postponed their Thanksgiving tradition because there was not enough molasses to bake the pumpkin pie. And by this time, Thanksgiving was a major holiday. By the 18th century, by the 19th century, they became political status when President Abraham Lincoln declared Thanksgiving a national holiday in 1863. The Confederates were mad because they thought that the Yankees were trying to impose their traditions on the South. And in 1929, a meat producing company in Chicago by the name of Libby canned the first pumpkin puree, and that is what is found in your kitchen today. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about how to make a pumpkin pie. Now this is not from the canned version, it is from like scratch. So you would take a pie pumpkin and you would cut it in half. You would turn it over on a lightly oiled aluminum foil covered pan. You would bake it for 30 to 40 minutes in a 325 degree oven. You would take it out and let it cool, and you would up the temperature to 425 degrees. You would then drain your pumpkin, you mash it up, and then you combine it with all the other ingredients such as eggs, brown sugar, cinnamon, salt, ginger, and cloves. Now that I've given you a little backstory on pumpkin and pumpkin pie, I hope that with this information that you will be able to make your own fresh pie, and that this Thanksgiving you can spend time with your family and friends in the kitchen.
Yay!